The shoes on my feet,
I bought it.
The clothes I'm wearing,
I bought it.
The rock I'm rocking,
I bought it.
'Cause I depend on me if I want it. The house I live in,
I fixed it.
the tub I soak in,
I fixed
the
it.
kitchen he cooks in,
I fixed it.
I depend on me.
All the women
who love construction,
throw your hammers at me.
all the mamas who spend the dollars,
Swing your hammers at me. Or swing other hammers. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a first for us, man.
We are Destiny's Child right now.
That's when we have the women on the show, eh?
That's awesome. Okay.
I don't know if I walked into trouble
You did.
or walked into a solution. I'm not exactly sure now.
This will be good whenever we're ready.
Okay, so I got hey ladies. I've got 3 ladies here on the show today. That's what I've got.
The ladies are in the house.
That's right.
This is going to be interesting because I think this is the most amount of women that we've had on the show before.
I'm
really?
sorry.
No, this is going to be a good thing. What do we want to talk about, ladies?
Oh, we're going to talk about why it's so difficult to hire a contractor.
And the stigma that women get because they think we don't know what the hell we're doing.
But
Yeah.
you don't.
Well, you know
What?
what?
Oh, that's not true.
I'm being. You know what I'm being. Okay, that's exactly true. That's. This is a fascinating topic for me because I think there are a lot of Neanderthals in the construction industry that don't pay enough attention to females. That's just the bottom line. As clients and also as fellow tradespeople. And it all started, I think, maybe 5-6 years ago, where I met a concrete individual who just refuses to speak to women.
Really?
This guy's like a millennial, and he's got this stupid old school mentality where he refuses to address a woman, speak to a woman, take a paycheck from a woman. Nothing woman, nothing.
What is his name?
I'm not.
exactly.
I'll tell you off
Right?
mic
'Cause we
later
are
on.
gonna
Yeah.
Anybody who
show up
knows me
there.
already knows who that individual is, but that's a different story. To the left of me, I've got Trisha.
Yeah.
I've got Maya right in front of me, and I've got Tanya on the right of me there. And so, guys, hashtags you can follow. So Trisha's at TrishaSan1, the number 1.
Yes.
And
Of
then in
course.
front
Number
of me, number 1. I've got at ShopJTG.
That's me.
And then Tanya, I've got Tanya with a Y, KUSU.
That's right. Tanya Kusu, baby.
That's what it is. Don't worry about my flubs. I get rid of them. They're all. That's how it is. So I want to start off. So I know Tanya, you mentioned off mic, you guys are going through a rental right now.
Oh, yeah. So we have been going through it for the past month.
What is it? What kind of rent?
So first, we did some construction on our front porch. We completely demolished it. It was super old. There's a little bit of landscaping, keep up, but we got a brand new porch, and it's amazing. Right now, we're doing a bathroom total demo, remodel. So last week was all about the demo. It was all about the dust.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys are still living there, right?
We're still living there. It's a downstairs bathroom, and pretty much we're all living and working upstairs because the downstairs is completely covered with dust every day. But we know it's going to be worth it at the end of it. But right now we're kind of really going through it every day.
What is it? Or was it? And what is it going to become?
I mean, the bathroom must be, 40, 50 years old.
Oh.
Like
wow.
a 3-piece? So it was a bathtub and a toilet and a sink?
Yes.
And then you guys are turning it into what?
Into a stand-up shower.
Perfect.
Me and Sheldon have plans for the shower.
I just got a stand-up
But by the
shower,
way, the
let
men
me
are
tell you.
around us. So, okay.
We have plans for the shower. Just a total.
Did you get a bench?
Oh.
Yes, at that bench, girl. At that bench.
We got, everything's just the.
Well, the
new-
reason for the bench, right?
I don't know. What's your reason for the bench?
The PG reason is shaving legs and shaving
Yes.
the undercarriage.
Yes.
The unrated or the rated version is the fuck in there. That's all it is, right?
Undercarriage.
So, and you got to actually do that bench properly. So there are brackets that can take 300 pounds, right? So you really have to put a proper bracket in there.
Thank you.
Don't
You should
go
practice.
to IKEA
You should
and grab a
practice.
bracket from them.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Just
Okay, sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
So we should stop using the towel rack then, right?
No, those are brutal because they're on plugs and they're just going to come right out. So, on a funny side, so I did offer Kohler up a 6-foot long towel bar or like a hand shower rack in the shower. And I sold her on the idea it was for bathing dogs, but it was actually for something else.
Ooh. So
Where you could possibly put the hand shower a little lower than.
Oh. Tom, we're doing
Interesting.
our bathroom.
This is good. I'm already
speaking
getting,
of women
I'm already
in
getting hot.
construction projects,
What's a show about it?
I
yet?
know. I think
It's about the construction life. Sorry, so we're
that's
back in
right.
the bathroom. Okay, so you guys are going to make good use of this bathroom.
We're
the
going to
new
make great
bathroom.
use. So right now they're putting down the tiles. They've done the wall tiles. I'm sure early next week they'll be doing the floor tiles.
Let's backtrack. How did you find your contractor?
He's a friend of the family. Actually, he worked on my mother-in-law's porch, and he did a great job. And we've just been kind of floating the idea around of, we need to get stuff done. Let's ask this man. And he's been amazing.
Word of mouth kind of thing?
Absolutely.
Through the family?
Yeah, he doesn't have like a big website, like nothing. He's just all word of mouth referrals, and he's just brilliant. So we're really happy so
Did
far.
you source out anybody else?
He has someone with him that works with him, and he also brought in a plumber, drywall dude. Mandy's looking at me like, "Come on, lady, this is why we don't deal with it."
No, drywall's the right word.
Yeah,
and then you have a
drywaller.
you have a mutter after that.
Yeah, so he brought in those.
So now, if
people.
you guys want, you can ask me all the questions, and I'll give you the answers. If you don't know them, I'm not saying that you don't know them, but yeah. So there's mutters, and then there's mutter.
mutter efforts.
Yes.
So I have a question for you, Manny. When you get your calls, are they predominantly from women or men?
Interesting.
to hire
50-50.
you? Really?
I would say half of them are an email from a man, generally from a business account.
Okay.
Most of the time, it's a text from a woman. I find that interesting because I think that the men are in their office working away, and possibly they got a text from their spouse
That's
saying,
what I'm
you need to
thinking.
find somebody. So then they're already in front of their computer. So then that's how they find you.
Yeah.
I think the women are constantly thinking about it. And they just figure, well, text is a lot easier to communicate with somebody because someone's going to reply to a text first before an email, which is absolutely true to the point where I don't even have voicemail anymore.
Oh, really?
I got rid of it. Good luck on leaving a voicemail. I don't care because I don't need my ducks clean and I don't have any money in Africa. So I don't really need these voicemail messages. I really don't, right? So I'm dealing with text, social media, DMs. DMs, you'll get me right away too.
Okay.
I actually think it's DM first, text second, email third.
Okay.
Nobody ever has the balls to call. I think they want to communicate digitally first.
Yeah, I think so because they get the feel of.
How do you respond or
Yeah,
how do
yeah.
you do it, right? And
Yeah.
I always get they always respond back to me after I first respond. Thank you so much for getting back to me so quickly because I generally get back the same day.
Yeah.
That's, I think, is important.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Especially in today's day in the climate, right? Where everybody's not vacationing. So either you're dead or you're answering your phone, right?
Yeah.
So if you're working, you're answering.
Yeah, but I also think that men nowadays, and I could be wrong, leave it up to the woman because we've done the research. We're
Husband
the
and wife
one-
situation, you mean?
Yeah, and a husband and wife situation.
Is it fair to say that you guys have done the design research?
We usually do the design research because we're looking on Pinterest and
House.
Instagram and all of these, or looking on your site to see what you've done. I don't see typically men doing all of that, right? Yeah.
So what was important, Tanya? What was important to you in your new bathroom versus what was important to your husband?
I think that we had the same idea in mind. We really wanted something fresh and modern, something that reflects our style because our house doesn't really reflect how we are. It's an older house that needs lots of upgrades. So I think we just wanted something that looked a bit more like us, something that we could keep clean easier, something that, a tub that had more room for someone.
6 footer. I mean, your husband's about 8 feet tall.
Right? So really it was just about freshening up, just being more modern, and having a good quality products in there. That was what we wanted.
That's what you were looking at. But where'd you get that thought process? Where'd that come from?
By looking at the old bathroom and saying, hell no, we need a new bathroom.
Am I fair? Okay.
Go.
You guys, women-wise, you compare notes, right?
Yeah,
the
but
time.
everything.
Everything.
That's what I was getting at. So you compare notes. So if a girlfriend is remodeling something, you guys are comparing notes on where she's going with it.
exactly.
100%.
So was that the case? So Maya, have you gone down the renovation?
Yeah, we did actually.
Everybody's
I'm
gone.
going through.
You're going through right now. You're looking for a front door.
I'm just looking for a front door.
I got a solid guy, Joe. If you want to deal with a Portuguese guy, then deal with him. But he's great. Joe will take care of you in your front door. There is no job too small, no job too big.
Is
Plus,
he going to call me back? Because this
he
is the
will call
issues.
you back.
Oh, okay.
And all the guys that I refer, I just got another email from somebody I referred to just replace a chimney, and the chimney was done this past weekend. So it's hard to get a mason. Yeah, exactly. But if you speak to Manny first, it's easy to get a trade.
Yeah.
So I'll connect you with Joe. Joe's a solid guy. I've referred him to dozens of people.
Yeah.
And so same thing. So I basically know all the good guys and I know the bad guys, and I will never send a bad guy to you guys because I just fight with the bad guys. That's all I do.
Good to know.
We know you do.
I stirred the pot. I stirred the pot recently on Friday. I got a comment. Why? I think you're insulting, Manny. I was like, I think the work you just did is insulting.
There you go.
Boom.
Okay, so that being said, this being said, we know you and you can give us referrals. But for your average woman,
Person.
yes,
Exactly. Women. Okay. So what is the feeling you guys get when a male contractor comes up to you guys?
Number one is that if I say I need some electrical work, I'm not an electrician, so I wouldn't know what he's talking about. Now, I am a single woman. I have my own home, so I don't have a man there to be, yeah, that sounds right. Because 9 times out of 10, the guy or your husband or your boyfriend doesn't know what he's talking about either.
That's what I was just going to say.
So I'm saying, so the one is not knowing. Number 2 is how much is this guy going to charge me? That's a big concern that I have is, is
So
it
do you
because
guys
I
know
don't-
that good construction is all around the same price point? The only time you get construction prices coming in that are really low or really high, the low is because he's just cheap and doesn't care and he's going to basically take advantage of you. Yeah. And the really high is known as an FU price.
Yeah.
That's it. They're not interested in giving you a proper price, so they'll just give you an FU price, which is really high. If you say yes, then you get the job, and all of a sudden they made extra money on top of that. Oh. So that's why I always recommend all the ladies out there, all the men out there don't even know, you guys should get more than 3 quotes, just 4 quotes, whatever, and see which of the 2 or 3 are relatively the same. They should be within 10%. And which are really low, which are really high. And then you can already start putting them away.
Oh, interesting.
If you want to know what's supposed to properly be done because you're not aware of it, trust me, I don't know everything in construction. I just hang out with the people that know everything in construction. Then I just hear what they say and then I repeat it. First thing is start talking about permit. Electrical is massive. You're just going to have to ask them ESA. We're in Ontario here, right? So Electrical Safety Authority. That's all it is. So make sure that any electrical person that's coming into your house, first, they're licensed. Second, they're pulling a permit. Pulling a permit on electrical is based on how many things you're going to move. The unfortunate thing with the ESA, the moment you move 1 plug, that's 1 that's attached to that permit. It doesn't matter if it's being moved 6 inches or 6 feet. So all it is, there's a price for 1 plug, a price for 2 plugs, 3 plugs, and so on and so on and so on. That's all it is. And then they charge a price for each fixture. So that kind of gives you an idea of where his price should be.
Yeah.
So if he comes in and goes, no, we don't pull permits, then you say, nice to meet you, goodbye.
Interesting.
Because you really want someone fussing around and creating Christmas trees behind the wall there in your house?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it, right?
All of a sudden you're like, what's that smell?
Yeah.
The wall is on fire.
Exactly, right? So, okay, so Tricia, you're having a hard time even people coming out and giving you a quote.
Yeah, I just find right now everybody, instead of going on vacation this year, they are doing nothing but home improvements.
Oh,
so
yeah,
right
everybody.
now,
Everybody.
contractors are busy. So if your job is not thousands of dollars, are they going to even give you the time of day?
I was just going to say that.
I say the majority won't. That's
Exactly.
the unfortunate thing.
Exactly. Another thing what I usually do is go by referrals. Maya just got her bathroom done. I'm like, well, who's the guy that you did it? Because, okay, I'd rather go through a referral than having to go through the proper channels of let's go online, let's do my research, because I don't have that time either. And I know it's probably bad on my part, but I want somebody that I know that their work is good.
Well, that's the thing, though. If someone that did my house, and now I'm referring to you, is because you trust that
Exactly.
I'm giving you a good referral. Don't you
Exactly.
get most of your clients that way?
It's all word of mouth. I don't trust, I guess, anybody who would say, I saw your work on a picture on social media. I rather they say, I actually saw your work.
Yeah.
It was a friend. I was over at their house and I walked in and I saw the work. Because ladies and men out there, we can filter the shit out of a photo.
Yeah.
Even construction
Oh,
can get
yeah.
filtered, right? So I'm just saying
1,000%.
that a lot of guys, and if you're in Russia, and no offense to Russians, but they steal a lot of North American work and put it on their pages because they figure nobody's going to cry about work that's being stolen from Canada into Russia, and they're saying that they're doing the work there, but it's not even their work. So that's why I just rather say if it's a referral from a person that you actually stopped by and saw the work, then that's different. I think it's important that you see the work. I think you walk in there and you see, but I think you should, and don't be afraid, honestly. If they start saying terminology that you're not familiar with, then just like literally look it up. I mean, when I'm reading a book and there's a word that comes across there, I don't know it. Man, that's why I love my phone. Google
Yeah.
it. And so don't be afraid to do that. They're not going to be insulted by that.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be.
When you go to a job, here's a question for you. So when you go to a new client, and you're going to go give a quote, do you prefer to talk to both of them? Like if it's a married couple?
Sure.
Because then my thing is like, okay, get the both of them here, because you start the work a week later, they're going to say, that's not what I agreed to, or that's not what I said, or I wasn't here when you said that.
Clients tend to play this game where both will come in to start.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, one would veer off to the other, and then they'll say, well, I never said that. Maybe she said that, or vice versa.
Oh.
So a smart contractor is going to have a contract where it has one point person. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter if it's a couple, as long as there's one person that has the final say, because then you're going to confuse the shit out of the job.
And don't you think the final say is always with the women?
1,000%.
Yeah.
You know what? That's so funny because I actually asked my contractor this very question, and I said, how do you feel dealing with, like with me? He does value my input. He asks me a lot, which is great because Sheldon's busy, and he'll say, what do you think? And, what do you think about this? And I'll give him my honest opinion. Sometimes I really don't know what he means, but he does break it down for me. So I said, what do you think about taking a woman's requests seriously, or, what her inquiries? And he goes, you know what? I actually value the women's opinion a lot more, because if something's messed up on a job, the man might be miserable. But if I mess up on a job and the woman's miserable, she'll make everyone in the house miserable.
1,000%. That's true in my house.
So he's
I'll
like,
tell you.
I really need that woman's input. I really need them both to be very happy with what I'm doing.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
She'll make everyone in the house miserable.
They're on two different paths still. Like I find women are like heavily on the aesthetic of it. Men are more on the function of it. Right? Is it working for them? It's challenging for you guys. I've always said that when you're designing a shower for a man and a woman, and there's such a height difference between the two, the big question, I don't know if you guys have answered it yet, is where's the shower head going to go? If there's a rain head, how high is it going to go?
Mm-hmm. High.
Oh, that's interesting.
High. And even, we
But then
had
the
this-
higher it is for him, it's going to be colder for you.
Right. We had this actually discussion on Friday when they were talking about how far out do we put the screen of the shower. And I said, oh, there's fine. That looks great. And then Sheldon comes down and he goes, you know what? Elbows. Like, you
That's
don't have
good.
this problem.
That's funny you say that, Sheldon. Honestly, because that's generally the rule. So when you're building a toilet, you put your elbows out. If you're touching the wall or the vanity, it's too tight.
Right.
So generally, you want 18 inches from the center of the toilet. So you want a minimum 36 inches. But sometimes you'll get designers who want to fit it into 30-inch space. You're hitting elbows. Think about in the middle of the night when you got to do and you're too lazy. You're sitting down and all of a sudden there's dark and you hit something and you just elbow it, funny bone. And like that's what you try to do. Same thing with showers. Like I don't like building 32-inch wide showers. That's too narrow.
We learned that Friday. We learned that very well.
Now, do you get most of your complaints from the men or from the women?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Right now, so I've got a job I'm wrapping up that it's all him because she's too busy. He's changing his mind quite a bit, but he can't take paper to construction. So it's hard to see something drawn and then build it. And then that's where I think you guys should listen to the contractor where they've been through it before. Like any good contractor's built more than one shower and kitchen and whatever. So take their opinion on how much space you should have, right? But then I'm wrapping up another job where it's husband and wife. He's the point person, but a lot of the final says are coming from her because she's thinking about how many knobs, what color knobs are going to be, where they want them positioned, the hooks, all this other stuff. And she's thinking functionality too. So she's walking into the room and it's a really tight bathroom. And it's like everything is in perfect arm's reach to grab what you need to grab.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's thought process that she came up with, but she based it off a picture that she saw first from, I think, Pinterest or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to give us the behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's
gossip.
lots. I like dealing with both of them. I've come across gay couples as well. I respect both of their opinion. I just want to try to figure out, I'll meet you both and I'll just try to figure out who wants what.
Yeah.
But then at the end of it, you still have to have a point person.
Yeah, you do at the
Right.
end of the day. Do you get guys coming back? This is what I mean by behind the scenes. Guys coming back to you and go, oh my God, I just saw this client who's a girl and she doesn't even know what the hell she's talking about. So I'm going to charge her another $5,000.
Of course guys say that.
Really?
Of course guys say that.
That's so sad. But I mean, it's like going to a mechanic, right, girls? Like, I
Well,
don't drive, so I don't know what I'm talking
exactly.
about. You
Same
have
concept.
that initial fear that the mechanic's just going to rip you off because you don't know how an engine works or what a carburetor is or where this goes. Like,
No,
it's
same
the same
concept.
idea, right?
Yeah,
You feel like you're
absolutely.
going to get ripped off by a man, but if
So where's it that you guys go that you don't feel that you're going to get ripped off?
If I was dealing with a woman contractor.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
There's only a handful of them in the city. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, out of 1.7 million people in Canada, 3% of that are female.
Yeah.
I only know of 2 companies in Toronto. One's strictly painting, finishing, and the other one is contracting.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen their work. I've never met them. I just saw them on social media. So I don't know. I've yet to come across any of sub trades that I use. There's only been one that I saw a female welder.
Really?
That would be cool.
And that was it, right? And I didn't even notice she was because she was welding and she was totally decked out. And it wasn't until she took her mask off I was like, "Oh, that's nice."
Yeah.
Because it's refreshing to see it.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
But even
absolutely.
still, I've spoken to other female contractors out there, either they're framers or electricians. They get a lot of bullshit from the
yeah.
industry. It's a man's
Absolutely.
club.
Yeah.
It
You're
is
right.
a man's club, right?
Yeah,
And I
absolutely.
think that carries on. And I think, in all fairness, you guys get a little bit of this brunt because the cavemen out there, they come to work and it's mostly penises there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they're in their domain.
The
A
scroll-
female's coming
yeah.
in here into my domain, so they don't like it, and then they kind of just exude that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't like it, one, because if she knows a little bit more than they know, or different ideas,
I'm never the smartest person in
Or
the
knows
room.
anything at all.
or knows it, yeah.
anything. Yeah.
Or that they have to change their character, like who they are. Like a girl walks into a room when there's 10 guys sitting there, all of a sudden they feel like they may have to change the way they talk or the way they present themselves or what they're talking about.
Is
Do
that what you
I
guys are
mean?
thinking?
Yeah, I
Sometimes
think so.
in a
Yeah.
business setting, for sure. Like at work, if I'm in a room full of men, like I know what I'm talking about. I feel confident, but at the same time, I know that my industry is male dominated.
Yeah, same with mine.
Right? So it's, you have to kind of change it up. Whereas if I'm with a bunch of women, it might be a little bit more relaxed. Like having a female
I don't know, but
contractor.
it's weird. I've always seen designers for the most part are female.
Mm-hmm.
They walk on site. There isn't really a change. Everyone's still doing their work. Everyone's still being the same way. I think they get a little. I think they would get more upset because you guys are wearing pumps.
Oh,
So it's more the femininity.
No,
part?
no, it's a safety thing.
Safety.
You're
Gotcha.
literally walking through a job site, and I've spoken to clients before. I said, like, you're walking with sandals, man, and you have your kids walking in here with their running shoes, and I'm like, I'm just being conscious of a nail. Like contractors, we have eyes in the back of our head, so we can walk around, and there could be no railings on the staircase, and we know there's no railings, but someone walks in who's not aware of that surrounding,
Yeah.
and you're wearing pumps or sandals or whatever it is, it's a lot easier for you guys to fall, trip, hit a spike, something, and cause a problem. That's why I look at that. That's my first gripe. But I have yet to meet a designer walk in with steel toes. They
Interesting.
always say, I have them in my truck. And I'm like, first of all,
Well,
you don't
put
have a
them on.
truck.
yeah.
I'm sorry, you don't, right? But put them on, but they don't want to put them on.
Isn't that weird? Like even like
Yeah,
like
I
I
find
understand
that
that.
odd.
Like, do you need that power suit? Like, do you need the pumps to finish that off? If one of your toes is getting cut off by.
Well, there's no. I joke that I still wear Italian safety shoes because I do wear Italian safety shoes. Right, they're from Italy, but I just like them because there's no laces. They have the boa snap snowboard thing on it, so they're easy to come off and they're easy to put back on. So I like wearing those, but I think that with the women, I think they just don't want to take off their.
I think it's an aesthetic thing, especially
Yeah,
for a designer.
what are
My
they
outfit
wearing?
is this, and I have to put on these big clunky shoes.
I mean, the
It would
summertime.
be for me, let's be honest.
But summertime, you'll walk in with sandals or flip flops, right?
Yeah,
Think about
100%.
that
Yeah,
for a
that's true.
second.
No, that's just a safety issue. Like, I think that's ridiculous, but I get it. But it's not safe.
But from a designer standpoint. But if she's an engineer, she's not wearing her pumps.
No,
to the site.
she's gonna be.
She's
I
in her-
have personally haven't met a female engineer yet, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna be wearing a hard hat
Yes.
and her safety boots,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
I don't care about this. Like other people will argue, I don't care. Like the hard hat's there; it's not always on my head, right? But the thing is that it's there so you can grab it and put it on. But I've always had safety shoes, and men or women, if you're not wearing proper safety shoes, I speak up. But
You should.
ultimately, if the client, legally speaking with the Ontario laws, clients and their children and their entire family tree can walk into that job site and they don't technically have to be wearing safety shoes. It's their domain,
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, there's all these
That's
hidden
a-
rules.
which
right?
is stupid, I think, because it takes a split second for somebody to make a mistake.
Exactly. And then what happens?
It's on the contractor.
Of course, he's the one that's going to get sued.
Exactly.
Very interesting. I'm learning a lot today.
So have you ever had a female?
Wait a
whether-
minute, I'm interviewing you
I know,
guys.
but I want to know these things.
Okay,
That
what
I've-
is it?
That I've totally flipped out on you? And
I've
how do you
I've
calm
met
them
I've
down?
met couples where they literally had a fight right in front of me.
See, I love that
And I didn't
shit.
take the job. I didn't take the job because I was like, if you people are like this with just meeting you 10 minutes into the
Exactly.
game, I want nothing to do with this marriage because this marriage is not gonna last.
Maybe they really wanted to do a renovation to save their marriage. They're thinking it's going
Well,
to
a
help.
lot of people say that couples don't survive renovations.
You're right.
Oh, it's known as divorce dust.
Yeah.
Divorce
You
dust.
never
I've
heard
never
that?
heard of that.
It's divorce dust.
I love that.
We've
Well, I
been
don't
sweeping
love
up
it.
divorce dust for 2 weeks.
Try going a year.
I'm just
we
thinking of my
survived
stand-up
ours
shower.
Okay, what other problems you guys coming across the men? So they don't even call back.
No, they don't even calling back.
Here's a stupid suggestion. Why not set up a second email with a masculine name? Or is that buying into the bullshit?
Oh, it's
Catfish
fine.
'em.
Oh, well, you know
Catfish
what?
'em.
The way I see it is that there's a lot more women now that own their own homes.
I believe 100% true.
And there's a lot of women that are successful, make their own money. There's not going to be a man there. Like, I make my own money. There's not a man there in the house. And like I said, I always tell them on our segments, I'm like, I need to date a man who's a contractor because I don't want to go out and find one.
I know.
Like, if you're a carpenter, great. If you're a plumber, great.
You're gonna get into the shoemaker's point in that. Like you never,
Yeah, exactly.
you never
He'll never
ever
fix.
want to ask a contractor. Your girlfriend, wife, significant other must love all the work that you do in the house.
Oh, because he doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do shit.
Absolutely. I
Oh
get
my
it.
God, I've heard that.
Yeah.
All I've ever said, and I'll say this again, is you have to schedule it.
Oh, like if you're dating a contractor.
If you're dating a contractor
Oh, I
and
see.
she wants something done, schedule it. Like I'm literally, and she bid on it. She just said, "Okay, fine, I'm scheduling it. Now I got to do something tomorrow."
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm going to take care of it. Otherwise, it's going to take forever.
Absolutely.
So just schedule it, right? So this is not a dating podcast or whatever. But I'm just
No.
saying, if that's how you want to get anything done, you schedule it.
Absolutely.
Because that's what we do for a living. We schedule everything. We know when it's time to demo, when time to plumber, electrician, tile, finish, paint, schedule it.
True.
Yeah.
Everybody lives on schedules. That's what it is. So if you're dating somebody, schedule it.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of the stigma that we get is that we just don't know what we're talking
Yeah,
about, right?
absolutely.
But
In what respect? Like, what do you mean? You guys want to remodel? You want to renovate it? What? Let's renovate a kitchen.
well, I think
Yeah.
the wrong thing that women do, and I'm saying this, and you might get backlash, but is that we say, "Well, what do you think we should do?" Don't you get that a lot?
I get that all the time, but I say, listen, I'm here for the period of time that I'm doing the work, but I don't live here. And this is not necessarily my style. I know what you guys are looking for, so I'll give you my opinion on that.
I know that I've heard and what I've read is that when you're designing a kitchen, there's a lot of things that you don't consider that women should consider. So, one example, when you're bringing in the groceries, right? Where are you putting the groceries? Are you putting them on the floor? Probably 9 times out of 10, you're not. So,
Yeah.
they're not. You want to have an island if your kitchen permits it. Where's the island going to be located? I don't necessarily think that I would, when I design my own kitchen, I would think, I want the island over there, even though it's nicer there. But practically, where is it going to, like, what's going to happen? Like when I'm bringing in the groceries, or do I want a lazy Susie? So I have to literally bend in and crawl into it because lazy Susies are at this point. I'm sorry, I keep on moving, but lazy Susies are a little bit of a wasted space.
Lazy Susie's are completely useless.
Exactly.
Unless you have a lot of money and you want to make your driveway a Lazy Susie because you don't want to turn your car around in the morning, then get that.
Yeah. But so when you're designing, like, I just think I think a lot more women should be given a little bit more credit. You know, we know what.
I agree, but I think you guys should forget that you need to know all the terminology. I think what's more important is what you guys want.
But how do you feel when you're explaining something to a woman, for say, and you get the blank look? Like, and she's
You
like,
get that from men and you get that from stupid trades too, Tanya, to be very honest.
But it's true. But like, if a woman said to you, like, I don't understand, like, please, like, can you draw this? Can you, like,
then
in layman's terms?
Then I do that.
Okay.
I break it all down, right? So the best, I've had clients tell me, men and women tell me, how come I didn't remodel it? How come our tub's leaking? We put really good tile in there. I go, first of all, tile is not the waterproofing section of any bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's 100% aesthetic. Tile is just the look. It's what you put behind the tile that makes it waterproof. And the thing is that the terminology you don't need to know because each contractor is going to use, there's 4 or 5 different types of waterproofing products out there that they can use. You don't necessarily need to start talking to them about Schluter or Weedy or cement board or whatever, or Aquadense, all that. Who gives a shit? All you got to do is, are you going to waterproof this? And I think that, I don't know how contract heavy you guys got, but we've always told clients, and you guys should be aware of this with anybody. It doesn't matter if it's just a front door, Trisha, honestly. that contract should say specifically it's a 36-inch wide, 80-inch tall, fiberglass insulated wood grain door with a strike lat. It should be as specific as that.
Yeah.
And when it comes on site, review it with the person, because then everybody's on the same page.
Exactly.
That's all it is. And that's the price that you paid for it. Yeah. And a good contractor is if they start taking out the old and they start discovering other issues, because even in their contract, it's going to say unforeseen, because we can't see through walls, right? So if we discover something, then they'll go, listen, I have to determine that before we get to that. And then at that point, I'll talk to you if there's going to be an extra. A good contractor, if it's a small amount, they'll just do it without even asking it. That's like Joe, right? So that's the thing. So I don't think it's important that you guys know the terminology. I think you guys just need to know what you want.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
agree.
that being said, let's go back to your bathroom. Now, what happens if you're obviously, I wouldn't be maybe home, or I would be home now if my bathroom's getting renovated, and then your contractor decides to kind of not do it properly, and then you get the leaks later on. Like, this is another concern that a woman would have, because I wouldn't know. Now, I don't want to sound like I wouldn't know about waterproofing. Yes, I do. But what about your average woman? Maybe she doesn't.
Okay, so you're not at home. Let's say it's normal world
Exactly.
now. You're not at home and you've got a relationship with the contractor. Why don't you just, I'm pretty sure the contractor has a smartphone, right?
Yeah.
Take a picture of the waterproofing when it's done, please, and text it to me.
Yeah.
And make sure he's pulled back far enough that it's your bathroom.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's kind of, and you can ask him there was a job where I was doing, and she was literally a week or two away from giving birth. And she was stressed, as I can imagine, just from giving birth, right? So she was stressed that we weren't going to finish in time for her to move back in, for the family to move back in. I literally was taking a picture of a play-by-play. The faucet went in, the sink went in, the toilet went in, everything was being finished, the doors went in, all that stuff. And she just felt so much more at ease.
Yeah.
So I
But
don't have a
they're a
problem
good
doing
contractor.
that. There's good and there's bad. I totally
Exactly.
agree. But the thing is, it doesn't stop you guys from going to any contractor, going,
saying, "This
listen,
is what I
can
want."
you take a picture of each step so then I know that it was done?
Yeah.
I'm not questioning you. It's just I'm really fascinated by waterproofing.
Yeah.
That's all.
He's like, bullshit.
It actually turns me on. I don't know. Just like say something, like play with it or something. Like the waterproofing. Not
Well, then back to my question
Oh,
to
here
you.
goes.
No, I
You know
have the
I'm
question.
going.
I want to
Okay,
ask
go.
him the question.
Okay, you ask, because you know what
I think.
you know what we're thinking.
Is it that time? Can we ask you about this?
what's that?
I mean, when the girls were away, I did ask you about the what's the word? The fetish,
fetish?
the fetishization.
The fascination.
Well, not even the like making into a fetish, like construction men, like the fetish with construction men.
Oh, like the fantasy
Oh.
come true? Oh, see, that was kind of my question.
I knew you wanted to ask it.
Because we're all girls.
Oh,
And let's
because,
look at-
okay,
that
so
is a good looking man.
Exactly. Okay, so women have this look like if there's a construction guy, they're thinking like tool belts and
The bass kicks in.
all of a sudden they're thinking of no hair on the chest, and meanwhile it's like, wow,
they're always oiled up.
my contractor's coming over.
Listen, I've seen plenty of hair on men on job sites, more than on just the chest. Okay. Yeah, I'd say it's there. I've dated a girl where she used to always say to me, can you please send me a picture of you doing the work? And then I would say in a picture of the work, and I'm not in it. And she goes, I said a picture of you doing the work. So I get it. It's there. Trust me,
It
it's
is
there.
there.
Have you ever been
Oh
approached?
my God, that was
by
my
a
next question.
You asked.
Have you ever been approached?
I was asked out at the end of it. That's all.
See?
I wasn't interested.
This is awesome. Your,
But
your
it's just good, though,
followers are
because-
think, what is going on with
The
this
construction life
podcast?
is going to shit.
No.
Or
But
these
wait a
guys
minute.
are
Like
gonna
most,
say-
But because contractors can come into our home and say, oh my God, that it doesn't matter if she's married, not single, whatever. She's a good looking girl. How do you know they're not picking us up?
Right.
Yeah.
Manny, I think you need to let your listeners know that we have like a dating and sex podcast. So
Yeah,
we
maybe
are
that's what you
completely
should-
out of our element.
so you guys are basically connecting the two now.
We're trying to connect something, baby.
But wait, everybody, no, Trisha, you're single?
Yeah.
So then, but you guys are married.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So
They're the
then,
wild
Not to each
ones.
other.
so why don't the hubby do the work?
My husband is handy.
My husband's not.
He's handy. My husband's handy. He just can't do that level of work that we're asking for, but he is handy. I like watching
So
him
out of
be
all the
physical.
girlfriends, a lot of women talk about this whole fascination thing regarding the contractor.
Brown.
Yes.
Really, huh?
all your followers now, the contractors are going to be cleaned up when they walk into like.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you guys is like the image. I've always had a problem with guys showing up with dirty track pants.
Yeah.
a dirty, filthy car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What is that? That kills the whole
Yeah, it kills
image.
that fantasy.
no.
But
Yeah, a bit more.
does it kill the idea that you have confidence in this individual?
I think if a man's well dressed and at least he shows up somewhat clean, I feel like he's put some effort into his appearance. So hell yeah, I'm all for it.
So as long as he puts some effort into his appearance.
A little bit. I don't want him to show up looking like a slob, just something. Like I know he's
You're
going to
represent-
get dirty during the day, which I appreciate. It
You're
means he's working
representing
hard.
your company.
Exactly.
Have some a bit of a professionalism.
Here's something that happened recently, maybe about a month
It's
ago. There was a trade come in. He was doing glass, I think. And the reason I noticed this is because he walked by me and the guy just like had this waft of this really bad cologne.
Oh.
And I started thinking, why do you need cologne on the job site?
For the girls.
No, is that what it's for? Because no other guy out there, no other tradesperson that I know, like you'll smell the deodorants or something like that. You'll get the natural, simple smells.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get this harsh cologne scent just thrown into your face.
I think it's for that.
I think he probably had a client or a prospective client.
Yeah.
And he went to go see them, and he had to make sure he was on his best.
Really?
Absolutely.
I think he's just hoping that the glass isn't the only thing that's getting blown that day.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
So that's the real reason why he's wearing cologne?
Some
Yes.
men just
On
don't
a
shower.
male-dominated
Some men just
job
don't
site?
shower, and that's the best they can do.
That's a
too.
different thing. So that's a different thing. So if they're not showering, they're coming in, they're smelling.
Oh God, that would drive me crazy. That actually is not a turn off in a sense where like turn on, turn off in a sexual way. It's more like a turn off. Like, did you shower yesterday? Did you put on the same shirt? Like,
Because you're in my house.
and you're in my house and it's smelling. No, that would.
So does that
professional at
kind
all.
of start right from the moment you meet them?
I think that's with
Yeah,
any
Appearance,
any,
absolutely.
any social
how you
system.
represent yourself, how you represent your company.
For sure.
If he's a good-looking guy, then it's like, oh, okay, I hired him.
So it doesn't matter.
just my bonus.
What if he's so expensive? What if the coat's the highest one?
But he's a good-looking guy.
It's expensive being handsome. I tell you.
I'm gonna discount somehow.
Being good looking is hard work.
We're trying to get rid of the stigma.
sorry, women. We're
Are
bad
we trying
representation.
to? You just said to everybody that you're going to give a discount.
No, he'll give
Sexually
you the discount.
speaking.
No, but you know what? No, but it's true. We all think that. I don't think I'm the only one
You
that's
can think
thought
it.
that.
I guess there's a difference between thinking and acting.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well, you know.
I think okay,
And I
is it-
wouldn't necessarily go with the guy who's the highest. I wouldn't. I would go with the ones like you said, the three, the 4 quotes that I get, and whatever everybody comes close, it's those ones. I would never go with anybody who is at low ball.
Yeah, but I also go with personality as well.
Absolutely.
Because
You gotta
if someone
connect.
comes in,
You have to
yes,
connect.
if someone comes in and he's 3 guys gives me the same exact quote,
Yeah.
$5 here or there. Then it comes down to who I liked personally.
$5 here and
You
there.
know what I mean?
Try $500
yeah,
exactly.
here and there.
But it comes down to the
Yeah.
person that I know that I can ask a question to without getting a response that's sarcastic, that makes me feel like I don't know what I'm talking about, that makes me feel like he's answering it honestly and giving me options that are fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you guys have an advantage. You know that, right?
What's the advantage?
Your bullshit meter is a lot more in tune than ours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
if your gut starts to tell you something, it's
Yeah.
probably going down that way.
Absolutely.
And here's the question for you guys is what if he does something and it's not exactly as good as you hoped it was going to be? Would you ask him to redo it or fix it, or would you speak up? Because I've had clients going, I can't, I'm afraid, I don't want to bring it up. And I'm like, what do you mean you're afraid? It's your money.
Is this something I can't live with?
Yeah. That's what I like. You may accept it now, but then 5 years down the line, it's going to be driving you crazy.
So I would take a deep breath. I would think about it. I'd walk into the room and ask my husband to do it for me.
But if you're gonna be there through the whole process.
Okay, now Trish.
No, okay. So here's the single girl commenting. If you're there for the whole process, so every day at 5:00 you get home, you've seen what he's done for the day, and something is not right, I'd address it right then.
You'd speak up.
Absolutely.
Not even worried about.
No,
It's
I
going to tarnish the
question-
rest of the relationship.
No, but I wouldn't approach it. I wouldn't be a total bitch,
Bitch
about
about
it.
it. You're right.
I'd say, listen, Joe, I came home. Something doesn't look right. Can you kind of explain it a bit? because I want to know. Like, I'm not going to wait until he finishes and say, "Oh, by the way, Joe, the faucet is too high." I'm going to go through the whole stage.
Wall and
but yeah,
retile.
absolutely. It's just me. It's my money.
Men and women, both clients are afraid to actually speak up.
Well, then, no,
That's
it's your
interesting.
money.
I would like to think I would be the type of woman to say I don't, but I know when it's something I really don't understand, I know I'm going to say, Sheldon, you got to speak with this guy. I know I wouldn't be able to.
Really?
I know that even me, like with
Yeah,
a big mouth,
so me too.
if I don't understand it, I know I'm not going to be able to, other than the argument that I
you
don't like it.
You should bring it up. You should speak up.
Someone
Yeah.
should.
Yeah. No, I would.
But I would think the
Someone should.
contractor would appreciate you speaking
I
up
know.
because say there is something that you don't like and now you didn't say anything and now your friend's asking you, oh, who did you use? And you say, oh, but I wouldn't use him because he
I
did
know.
this wrong. Like for you as
And
a
that's exactly what would
contractor
happen.
is you would want someone because this is word of mouth.
That goes back to the point where you guys said you wanted to have referrals and pictures
Yeah.
and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But I've always told every contractor, you're only as good as the current job that you're working on right now.
100%.
Because you could have done all this amazing work up until now, and then for whatever reason, maybe you're going through some personal shit.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just having a bad week, bad month, or whatever, and you could be doing a bad job
Yeah.
because you don't care. So it's really the job that you're working on right now.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
I like that.
That's good.
No.
Put that on a T-shirt or something.
You're only as good as your current job.
Right? It could go so many different ways.
I know. Print those, Maya. Let's go.
Okay, so are you guys having a hard time finding handyman? Like just to take care of little things around the house?
So that being said, it's funny. Last night we were at a friend's house,
Yeah.
and she told me about this new website called Jiffy.
Jiffy.
There we go. And this, okay, now he's as he's like
As he's
pretending
motioning
he's
the-
stroking his penis.
This is a podcast, man.
So exactly. So I'm going to describe what's happening right now. So Jiffy is, there's handymans, a little, if you want your furniture moved, if you want painting done, you get a quote. And I thought, this is a good idea because people aren't calling you back. This is where the whole thing was. I was like, maybe I should look into this because when I'm calling people, companies, they're not calling me back right now because, they're busy. I get it. Everyone's renovating their damn houses right now.
Yeah, but everybody I know, including myself, we're contacting back. Like the problem that we're having now is the follow through to get the final estimates because we work Monday to Friday. And most of us nowadays, we're working Monday to Sunday.
Yes. Mhm.
It's just insane because everybody wants everything done before the holidays.
Yeah.
Oh, it's true.
So it's hard to get the quotes back to everybody, but we're also giving them a heads up saying, listen, this is not happening until the spring, summer, stuff like that. So I don't know why they're not getting back to you at all. And this is Jiffy. I know about the website.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of those associations because they'll paint the perfect picture that you women need.
Yes.
And then they'll deliver monkey 1, monkey 2, monkey 3.
Okay.
And we don't know what you guys are going to get. So I'm not saying that they are all monkeys out there, but there's probably a big percentage of them are.
But so from a background of technology, that will work because they're marketing as they're not marketing the contractor. They're just saying, listen, the services.
Yeah.
And so people that don't know contractors, they're going to use these sites and say, oh, I need to find an electrician. Meanwhile, the electrician may not even be, let's say, is a horrible worker. Then you have a shitty job.
Yeah.
But it's the convenience of being able to go through a database and finding all these contractors all in one place instead of you having to do that legwork. And maybe you don't have that referral. So maybe this is an opportunity because you think that these people are being vetted. And they're saying on Jiffy, they're saying that they're vetting.
All of these associations,
of course,
they say they are.
Exactly. Homestar reviews. I always tell people don't look at the Homestar reviews because they're probably making their own reviews up.
You have to pay
for what?
as a contractor
To be on Homestar?
to get a rating that puts you up to closer to the top. So when you do a search and you type it in and you want to be the first 20 selected or whatever, you have to pay to get that ranking up there.
Oh,
House
that's not
House
good.
is the same thing, by the way. It's geo-targeting. That's why I don't do House and I don't do Homestars. You got to check how trustworthy these sites are really.
Sure.
They're mostly driven towards monetizing and using this particular segment of the industry.
Yeah.
That's all it is
Yeah.
they're just looking at the 1.7 million contractors across Canada and going, if we get 10% of those people on our list and then you call them up, we're making X amount.
Yeah, sure.
But never is there a talk about what we were just talking about for the last 45 minutes about what you guys are looking for, quality,
Yeah.
and someone to show up and do good workman, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's not even a focus there.
No, not at all. On those
See, my
sites.
thing always comes to like a word of mouth contractor, but only because that would make me a little hesitant because I don't know who I'm dealing with or who's coming into my house.
Yeah,
like, there's
safety
a lot of nut
concerns.
That's a
jobs.
big thing.
Yeah,
Like
safety concern.
as a woman
Oh,
being
yeah.
single for yourself, or even if your husband is working and you're at home with the kids or whatever, there's a safety standpoint of who's coming into my
But
home
to
every
Trisha's
day.
point, though, if he's good looking, she's got her guard
Okay,
down.
so I no, that's you know what? That's actually the biggest predator of all. I say
Yeah,
that, but
Ted
it's
Bundy.
not. Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I would never. Because if I do have a contractor coming over, my 72-year-old father's going to be there or my mother's going to be there. Because
Yeah.
or my neighbor next door, I'll say, hey, heads up, I have somebody coming over. So they know from a safety
Well,
reason.
that's a good point to
But
say.
you guys
though.
should be asking for insurances, not necessarily licenses, because here in Canada, not all contractors are required to have licenses, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they should have their business insurance. They should have their construction insurance. So anything happens in the house or anything happens in their business or anything happens with their vehicle, their tools, if their tools get stolen in your house, it's not your home insurance that covers that. It's their
Their
insurance.
insurance.
Right.
So you should be asking for all this stuff.
Okay, so then why don't you give us as like a little checklist? Because I'm sure women would want to know.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's
what
what-
do we need to ask for when we're looking for a contractor?
You're asking for all that. You're asking for all that business information. That's what you're asking for. That's all it is, right? And then if you want to listen, you guys are women. Everybody does this. Google the person.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we
Google
do
their
this all-
name. Google
Yeah,
their
we do
company
this all the
name.
time.
Google everything.
We're good at Googling.
Yeah, we're better than the
So-
FBI.
exactly.
Google ourselves to death.
We're better than the FBI.
Yeah, we are.
Totally
Actually, we
are,
are.
Maddie.
You tell me, yeah.
So that's
absolutely.
I've told all the young guys that I go, you don't get it, man. Someone is always watching. So if you met somebody recently and you're gonna quote their job, let
Yeah.
it, like even if the job gets bigger and bigger, you're quoting $1 million reno. They're googling the shit out of you.
Absolutely.
They want to find out, is there any skeletons in this closet at all? It's out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we do the Google. I do Google searches all the time,
All the
like
time.
every day on
Everything
somebody.
is about reviews. Everything. Even before I go eat
Again,
somewhere,
I know,
that's
but
not that
I want to
kind
get
of
those
show.
reviews.
Those reviews, I have a major problem with those
know.
reviews, right? Because you can get a customer who wasn't ultimately happy, but they delivered everything as per the scope. You know what I mean? But they just ultimately wanted to change their tune and go, listen, I know I still owe you $11,000, but I only want to pay you $5,000. So then it became tension. And now that person can leave a bad review saying everything was great until the end. He was an asshole.
Of course.
But there's three sides to every story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always, 100%.
But you're seeing a review and you're taking that review and it's coming from another friend of a friend of a friend or whatever. And how true is it? Because men and women lie.
Yeah.
That's just how it is, right?
That's why we prefer to get a referral from a friend. Or I've seen the work that our contractor did before, and I
Yeah.
know it's good quality. So when we wanted to go with someone, we went with that guy.
Yeah.
And that's why we chose him, because we knew he was a good worker.
But
and we,
did you
like, we
only
know his
choose
family.
him? Did you only choose him, or did you go out for other quotes?
We only chose him because he worked on my mother-in-law's place. Right. And so we knew he was good already.
Oh, okay.
We really didn't do the research, but we're super happy. Right. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it just worked out that he's excellent.
So I guess at the end of this, as women, we should, speaking with Manny, what I've learned from this is to do a little bit of research, learn some of the terminology of what we want done. Like if we're going to do our bathroom, do a little bit of research of what needs to get done for a bathroom. So when you're hiring a contractor, we don't get that stigma right away of this girl doesn't know what she's talking about, whether the husband's there or not.
It's true.
That we should be able to
Absolutely.
You
Well,
know-
YouTube it.
Oh,
YouTube it.
YouTube
There's
it,
videos
yeah.
on everything
Say, oh.
now.
Also, apples to apples. Do not pull off
But you're right.
an image on House or Pinterest that is from Dubai and show them to a contractor for a budget of a $20,000 bathroom.
Yeah, sure.
1,000%.
Apples and apples. I don't do that. And I would suggest that, show the picture, but go, listen, see the tile there, the pattern? That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for that 3/4 inch Calcutta marble that's from Italy,
Yeah. Yeah.
because that's not going to work on that kind of a budget, right?
Yeah. But my thing is too, and this is a shout out to you, is that because you touched on this really briefly, is at the end of the day, whoever's listening, men, women, pay your contractor. They're doing a hard work. No, it's true because I know people that are contractors, including Manny, and it's like at the end of the day, don't rip off your contractor. Like
We
he's
get
there.
ripped off.
I know, and that actually is really upsetting to me. That
A
someone
good
could turn
contractor
around.
gets ripped off. A good contractor will still pay the trades,
Of course.
Exactly.
and then they're left out. And because that final payment is generally their profit margin for the job, depending on the scope of the job. But a smart contractor will filter all the subtrades through the client and not through them.
Okay.
So now the onus is on the client. It's not
Yeah.
on the contractor anymore.
Yeah.
I've talked about this on other episodes, right? Because but you do get burned once. That's just how it works, right? If you get burned a second time, then you should be in a different business.
Yeah, absolutely.
But clients do take advantage of contractors for those reasons because the thing is, like, you'll do a kitchen and they're so adamant about, I want a Sub-Zero fridge, I want a Wolf stove. So you basically want a Toyota Corolla there and a Toyota minivan there. But then now you want me to reduce my price on a bunch of other little details because you want to save the money to put it into those appliances.
Yeah.
Apples and apples again.
Yeah.
Don't be like that.
And if you want to date him, you better pay him.
To get a discount. To get a discount, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you take vagina coupons?
Oh my God, I love it.
Vagina coupons?
Do you notice this is coming from the married one and not the single one?
Manny's trying to find 3 new women to interview next week. He's like, forget these chicks.
I need to get some vagina coupons.
Vagina coupons, yeah. They're
I've
good
never-
all year round.
They're good all year round, eh?
All year round.
I've never heard that.
That's a good one.
Ask him.
I'm sorry, I get paid by cash
Or vagina
by
coupons.
Vagina coupons.
Whatever you prefer. Or totally. Every
So I'm
contractor
going to ask
that's
everybody. I'm going to ask them,
listening
would
is
you
like,
guys
"Oh, shit,
take
write that
vagina
down."
coupons or what?
You know what? The guys are going to probably say to you, it depends on what she looks like.
Depends on the vagina.
The guys on the vagina. Exactly. Would you discount that bathroom for
vagina
the vagina coupon?
Okay, let's talk about numbers.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, so what do you guys think a bathroom should cost?
Okay, I think I've had this conversation with you once before, and I was like, absolutely not. I am not paying $30,000 for a 5x7 bathroom. I think we've had this conversation.
Depends on what's in the bathroom.
Yes.
Is it a cast iron tub? Is there 6 shower heads in there?
Ooh,
Well,
6
this
hours.
is this. So it depends. I think for my bathroom, it should be no more than 10,000.
No, I disagree. I
But
think
my
between
bathroom.
15 to 20.
What's it costing
3,000.
you guys?
I'm embarrassed to say I don't know the exact number, but I'm assuming it's a little north of 10. Like
That's
10
it?
to 15, yeah.
And how big's the bathroom?
Turn around and show
No, like a 5x7?
Oh, no. So he's like raising his
He's like
numbers. He's
7.
like, no, it's more, honey. It's more.
7?
$7,000?
7 grand. And how big's the bathroom?
like this big,
Fake. It's a podcast.
this big. Holding my arms out.
That's cheap. I'm going to be very honest. That's cheap. Like, there's no tub. It's just a stand-up
What
shower.
was
Stand up
ours?
shower.
How many heads?
Ours was like 15,000.
Like,
15,000.
did you have like the creme de la creme products?
No.
Like, somebody rubbing your back or cleaning your back
No.
while you're in there. So it's just like a standard
That's a little
shower
creepy,
head.
right? No?
Well, you never know. You never know what they have in Dubai, right?
It was
Like you
on
said.
the vagina.
They have these things, but like do you have like your
Sink, tiles, it's a small bathroom.
That's cheap.
I think about $15,000 to $20,000.
We did one recently in a master. It's a tub, freestanding tub, and a shower, 6x6. There's 8 slabs in there. Each slab costs $1,000.
Okay.
because of what they pick the
Yeah,
materials?
exactly. And then
Absolutely.
the tub's like $3,000, and the shower head and the hand shower is another $4,000, and then the installation of it. Then he's got lights in the niche and everything like that. Then there's a glass door, everything like that. So he's probably just that one little room, 6x6. He's probably about 50.
50? 50?
50.
Holy crap. Who is this guy? We want to meet him.
Yeah, I know.
This toilet better shit for me at this point. Better wipe my ass after I shit.
They have those now.
They do?
They're 20,000.
Yeah, they have.
That's the one I want.
It squirts you when you
It
made
blows
a bit
air
of a
on you,
mess
too.
down there.
It what?
It blows hot air on you
Oh,
too.
shit.
You never need to leave your
Watch your
bathroom.
money.
Okay, so my point I'm trying to get to is that you guys think it's 7,000, 15,000?
15 to 20, I think.
So a 3-piece bathroom is like 20 to 30, if not more, depending on the finish select.
Yeah.
You start going with all the brand new black plumbing fixtures that everyone's asking for.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
You double the price.
Definitely not.
You're going polished chrome.
Sure.
If it's cheaper, I know. But yeah, no, it depends on the
You're going
finishes.
sexual. You can't say polished chrome.
You can't say that to me.
Polished chrome. Why? Is this an inside joke?
No, I don't know what they're talking about. See, I'm telling you, the married ones go crazy. The single ones are.
Is it the chrome or the polish?
Polishing the chrome.
Oh, you know
polishing.
what? You know
Polishing the chrome.
what polishing
yeah,
the chrome
yeah,
means?
yeah.
Okay.
But it's polished chrome.
Sure. That means it's
You're
done.
just,
I
in
finished.
your head, you're just hearing different things.
That means
Manny's
she's
saying.
polished the chrome.
That means I've done.
Hint,
It's done already.
hint.
Most important room in the house.
Bathrooms, kitchens.
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Is the kitchen more important than the master bath?
Oh no,
No.
no.
I could do without a kitchen. No, I need the bathroom.
I need my bathroom. Like my kitchen is a galley kitchen, like very narrow. So that I know it's going to cost me a lot. But, you know, in the middle of the night, like you said, I think I do walk in like, and I turn my, if I were to go like this.
Now you're gonna
and
go
say,
home
yeah,
and
I'm going
do
to do
that.
that tonight. I'm going to go and sit in the toilet. And am I touching? I think I am.
You've trained your body for torture.
I have. I
It's
kind of
so used
walk
to it.
in the middle of the night. Like I know where I'm walking, right? So, but yeah, I think for
But
me,
see,
the bathroom.
contractors are aware of this crap.
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
So what's the least important room in the house?
Family room.
That's the least important room?
I
You can
think
watch
so.
TV in the bedroom if you have to.
Yeah, because people have now, you know, their quiet space have now become their bedrooms, their sanctuaries.
Maya?
I don't know. Oh my God, that's such a hard question.
I wouldn't say the family room is the least important room.
You would think it's most important because
What's
that's
No,
your
I
what
wouldn't say
everyone-
it's the most important. I'm just trying to figure out what you guys think. I'm just trying to think of what is the least important room in the house.
laundry.
You know
room.
what?
Nope.
Let's say the bedroom, because if you have to, you'd sleep in the living room. If you had to, you would sleep in the living
Like
room.
a bedroom has 2 functions, right? And that's it. Bathroom has several functions. Kitchens have several functions. Family rooms have several functions. Laundry rooms have several. Any room that has several is an important room.
Okay.
So a bedroom has just 2 functions.
You can sleep and do the other thing anywhere else in the
Yeah.
house.
Oh.
So I'm
Technically,
I'm thinking that the bedroom might be the least important room in the house.
oh fuck that. No.
No, not for the single girl. For the married one, yeah,
For
you're
the
right. You're right, you're
for
right.
her for the
Trying to get out of the bedroom.
I think the bedroom is important. It's how my closet is. It's do I have enough closet space? Do I have enough room for my king size bed and my pole? Do I have enough like
pole?
you know
Pole.
like,
Did you say
whatever the
pole?
case, whatever.
You see how she just glazed over that?
I know. So for my king size bed,
But
Yeah,
like
but it didn't go over any one of us.
Yeah.
Your pole.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like I think the bedroom is people's sanctuaries now. When you at the end of the day, like you know, they're telling you.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
No, I
I think
agree.
you
But
need to spend a-
functionality, I think you're talking
But if
about,
someone
right?
said, I'm going to get rid of one room in your house, what would you live without? I'm saying the bedroom. I agree. I'd say I would get rid of the bedroom if I had to get rid of one room in the house.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
That's a
If I
tough one.
had to.
I know it's tough. If
they
you had
said
to get rid
no
of one
choice,
room,
it would be the bedroom. Because you could sleep in the living room.
Yeah.
You need to. Well, I don't need to cook, but you should be cooking. and the bathroom is quite useful, right?
Oh, you know what? Since you brought that up, do you guys cook?
I have learned how to cook after the divorce.
Okay, so
Yes,
this is
I'm
what I
proud of
find.
myself.
I find that women rather have a beautiful magazine quality looking kitchen over a functional looking kitchen.
Because it's all show.
But that's bullshit.
Of course it is.
Because a kitchen is probably your most expensive room.
Absolutely.
And why not make it functional?
Yeah.
Because you
I would
can
just-
make it functional and beautiful at the same
I
time.
agree. Yeah.
But I think most women rather have the beautiful looking room, kitchen.
They want a
I believe
showpiece.
that.
Absolutely, because that's where they entertain.
I know
right?
it's more about show off,
Of
right?
course, sure.
That's all
Yeah.
it is.
Keeping up with the Joneses. But
Like-
yeah, no.
But like you said earlier, if it comes in and you have a hard time putting your groceries down, you
Yeah.
have a hard time getting to the pantry, you have
Yeah.
a hard time putting stuff in the fridge, freezer, or whatever,
Yeah.
then it's not a functional room and it's
Not
a
at
failure
all.
at that point.
Yeah. I think those are the questions that when you're getting your kitchen renovated is okay, so when a contractor comes in, like this is what do you want? How do you want your kitchen? Don't give me pictures. Like how do you walk in? How do you cook? Who does the cooking? Where do your kids sit when they eat? Like where do your kids
There's lots of questions to be answered.
Yeah.
But that's applicable to every single room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you should be looking at it.
Yeah. Good
then
point.
that will determine what it's going to cost, and then that will determine how it's going to get built, and then you guys are being made aware of.
Right.
And then you still haven't learned or need to learn the terminology.
It's just maybe we should focus
You just
on
need to know what
functionality.
you want.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
all it is. And I think if you start speaking to any contractor that way, then they'll understand it a lot better.
Yeah.
Let them figure out which waterproofing material to use.
Yeah.
Let
Yes.
them deal with that.
Yeah.
But again, ask for those pictures and each step, stage, confirm,
That it was
Google
done.
the shit out of them, right? Or her, and do all that stuff,
Yeah.
right? And then you guys can kind of, because it is, you have a stranger coming into your house.
So you think that for a woman, it's more important to not know the terminology, but just to be more confident in speaking with a tradesperson,
Yeah.
like just to have the confidence
Yeah.
to just speak up. That's more
Just
important.
be aware. The worst thing you can do as the married couples here, the worst thing you can do is build 2 different master bedrooms at the same spot.
Ugh.
He wants this and she wants that.
Yeah.
Your marriage needs to compromise that before you bring in a contractor.
Oh,
Right.
1,000%.
You can't be the referee to our marriage.
Yeah, you can't, right? So that's the worst thing you could do, because then they're going to start to give up on their professionalism bringing it to the table.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't deal with 2 people building the same room
Oh,
in
yeah.
the same location.
Or then just charge more for counseling.
No, we don't. We don't want to be counselors. Trust me, we do not want to be
Therapist fee.
We have our own issues, right? So we don't
What's
need
that
to.
called? What was that terminology? Divorce does?
Divorce does.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I think
Divorce
vagina
does.
coupon
That's
trumps
the
that.
better.
That vagina coupon.
All the contractors are like, wonder if I can ask
You know
for
what? At least
that.
I'm sure we got a little giggle when they heard vagina coupon. I'm not going to lie. Of
course they did.
A little.
Hope we didn't cause any accidents out there.
I know, on the 401. Manny, what the fuck did you guys? Who did you bring on this show?
3 animals. Who are they?
I've always said there's always words that come up that I never thought would come up on a construction podcast.
Yeah,
But you know what though? A vagina coupon is so relevant.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. We're going through a pandemic. You got to be giving that shit out, man. Got nothing else to do. You took out the trash. Here's a vagina coupon.
Is there like one of those booklets with the carbon copy on it so you know who's got your
my
vagina?
Exactly.
You're doing 2 things through a pandemic.
I've got
You're either
class.
doing construction or you're having sex. One or
Exactly.
the other.
Or both at the same time.
Oh my God!
At the same
Imagine,
time.
imagine how many divorces are happening. You're doing a construction or doing a renovation, and during pandemic,
Pandemic
like that's
is-
dangerous.
Of course it is.
That's dangerous.
They're
That's
in
why
your
you guys
face
need to be
all
on the
day.
same page.
Yeah.
Well, that's never going to happen.
Okay, so what don't you guys like about contractors?
The smelly ones. Did we narrow that down?
Yeah, we aired that already.
No, I just don't like the ones that are condescending.
Exactly.
Like, you know
100%.
what? Don't
Because
talk
you
to me
think
like
that
I'm a
they're
fucking
condescending because
idiot.
you're a woman.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? So like you said at the beginning of this that there was this one guy that refuses to deal with women.
Stupid.
Yeah, complete asshole.
Yeah.
Because like I said, a lot more women are not. There's a lot of women that are not married, single, own their own home. So you're completely going after. You're losing out on that segment.
I did a podcast about living well. So, our aging population is growing and they're not wanting to, as anybody would, want to run to a nursing home.
No.
So they want to stay in their home and they want to make it perfect for their forever home
Yes.
for their last years or whatever it is, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's a segment of the market that is not, guys should be paying attention to it. And I think the same thing about female clients. That's a segment of the market that guys should be paying attention to.
Yeah, absolutely.
They should be paying attention and understanding how to speak to women, how to address them, how to treat them on a job site, how to even educate them. And like you guys talk about, you're nervous about asking certain questions or the terminology. I get women all the time asking me those questions. And I think you guys get the sense that I'll give up the information.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Like, what does that mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll
If
tell
I
you
have
what it
questions,
means.
like what? So why did you use? Like what I did, I got my roof done, and then he had suggested a certain brand. I'm like, but why that brand? Why not something else? Because I had done my research, and I think we really
That
have
brand
to,
was not on your research?
It wasn't.
Okay.
It hadn't come up. So I was thinking,
Coming
why?
roofing, just stay away from Eichel.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
But you
Notes.
do your research. Why are you using that?
Is it cheaper, or
Is it
do you have some
cheaper?
kind of relationship with the product?
Exactly.
You just don't know.
Do your research. But yeah, ask questions. Absolutely.
There's like, ask as many questions. I got younger guys working for me and they sometimes preempt it by saying, listen, I'm sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions. I was going, how else are you going to learn?
Learn,
yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
Just ask questions, man. So it's the same thing with clients, men or women. Ask questions. We're not gonna if you're an asshole to begin with, you're just an asshole.
Yeah, absolutely.
As it is. But so if you there's not too many questions you can ask. If you're questioning the way that we're doing the work, that unless it's valid,
Yeah.
that's a different story. But if they're actually doing the work properly and it's turning out really nice, then ask whatever question
I
you
think
want.
it's how you approach a contractor too. Like if you're a total bitch and saying, you know, I don't know if you're doing that right, and he's looking at you going, are you kidding me right
my
now? But
job,
if they-
lady.
Exactly. But then if you get someone like me and I'm like, so can you tell me? Like play the fucking game. Play the game. Because I'm like, if you're nice to them, they're nice to you. Yep. Period. You know?
It's just respect, right?
Absolutely.
But also, not everybody gets along.
Yeah, you're going to find, I guess, yeah.
Like, trust me, there's a queue that hates me, and I'm fine with it. I don't give a shit, right?
Yeah.
And then there's been clients that I have not gone along with, and we just roughed it out to the very end, right?
Oh, really?
That's gonna
Yeah.
be rough, man.
No.
And it just sucks, right?
I need that relationship with my contractor. Like I need him to be able to say, "Hey, Trish, you know, I need to call you in 15 minutes, or you need to come home," or because technically I have a relationship with him for the next couple of months while he fixes my house.
Depending on the
Right.
size of the rental,
Yeah,
it's true.
so you need to either get along with him, because if you think you're going to be butting heads, it's going to be a horrible renovation. So
Yeah.
I would rather pay a bit more, knowing the fact that I've connected with my contractor really well, and he's like, you know, because he's a part of my family.
But here's the thing: you're paying a bit more, or are you paying a fair price? Because where are you guys getting your prices from? Who told you a bathroom should cost $7,000?
So when I was married, we went through the process on how much things would cost. So we did a spreadsheet, right? So a new bathtub, like we just did research, right? A new bathtub at Lowe's would cost 300, so we put 300 down, right? So we did a spreadsheet, something like that. I
Manny's
don't know what
eyebrow
the
just
going.
went
I
up.
know, right? He's just like
It
looking
costs
at me.
3 times that just to install the bathtub.
Well, there you go. There's a lot of a hidden cost that you wouldn't know, like
Okay.
the electrician and the plumbers, and how much they charge an hour, and whatever the case may be. But I'm just thinking of how much things cost. How much things cost. Sorry. That's it.
But okay, so that's how you found out your price first, that you started going at the big box, looking at numbers,
Yeah.
and started saying that that's what you want.
Yeah.
But it's ironic that you're going to Pinterest and House and looking at Dubai bathrooms.
Oh no, I don't do that. They went through Pinterest and
Okay, so hang on. So where are the reference pictures coming from that you're getting?
well, it could be through a magazine, maybe.
House and Home?
Yeah, whatever the case may be.
So those aren't $7,000 bathrooms.
No, not at all. But if you like a certain, say for example, you go to see tiles and you like a certain tile and you see something in a magazine and you go it and you see how much the price, you're going to find something a little bit cheaper.
Always.
Yeah. Like I'm not looking for the $1,000 slab. I can't afford that. But I'm sure that there's other similar products on the market that aren't as much.
There was a subway tile that they chose. It was like from Brazil. My price was $9 a square foot.
Yeah.
And then we were going to do another area with subway tile, and all of a sudden they didn't want to spend that same money because it was a simpler backsplash. So I basically just went to a local hardware store
Yeah.
and I got not a similar, but it's a 4x12 subway tile, and it was $2.13. That's where the homework comes in. And
Yeah.
I think that, and I've always told every single client, you better spend more time and effort
Yes.
than the actual rentals going on. If you're not, then you're not prepared to do the rental yet.
Yeah.
And even before you guys call your contractors, you should do your homework. That's
Yeah,
where it
I
goes
think
back
so.
to, it's more important that you know what you want. Because if you bring him in or her in too early,
Yeah.
you're just going to frustrate them, right?
Yeah.
Because we're still professionals
wasting their
here.
time.
Yeah. Like my biggest gripe nowadays is that when you have a site meeting, the engineer shows up, the architect shows up, the designer shows up, and the contractor shows up. One of those 4 individuals is not being paid for that meeting. Can you take a guess which one it is?
Contractor.
Yeah. Everybody else has an hourly rate. $550 for the engineer. I think it's $600 for the architect.
Holy crap.
And I think it's $400 for the
I'm in
designer.
the wrong business, I tell you
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, then designers charge, I think it's $350 an hour to go shopping.
Wow.
Go
should do that.
shopping.
I like to shop.
Yeah.
I like to shop.
New profession.
Exactly.
Would you hire a female
In a
contract-
heartbeat. If she's good, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll treat them exactly the same way.
That's
I won't treat them
Well, it's just
differently.
good.
And I've always had, like, going back to the cavemen, I've always had the argument going, well, she won't be able to lift what I can lift. I was
Yes,
going, well, I'm sorry, listen,
absolutely.
stupid moron. I could probably lift more than you, but there's a job site here full of people, men or women. It's a lot easier to get 2 people lifting up one object than it is one person lifting up one object.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman.
Yeah.
I'm still going to ask you to pick up the other end. I
Right.
could probably carry both, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Mhm.
So this isn't a physical thing. If you've got a problem with climbing ladders or getting on a scaffold, that's a different situation. You don't belong in construction.
Construction in general.
So
general.
why
Yeah.
I think a woman should be a part of any type of crew is that the way she can handle problems. She's a little bit more creative.
She's a much better problem solver.
Great
absolutely.
multitasker.
And
Well,
we're
absolutely.
multitaskers.
And so guys, not to say that guys can't multitask, but you can't. It's, been
I agree.
I would recommend any of your listeners that are looking at maybe hiring some new staff, think of what a woman can bring to the table. There's a certain element. If you don't want to deal with customers because you just want to do the work, she can be your front person.
Yes, I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Could be.
Yeah,
Yep.
she could be the front person. She's the one that can deal with the bullshit because I guarantee you women can deal with a hell of a lot better bullshit than men can. Like we have a little bit thicker skin.
Well, you guys are better at reasoning.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if something does come up,
We're more empathetic. We can
Yeah.
kind of understand, if there's Karen, the housewife, is freaking out, we can calm Karen down.
Karen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Her name has to be Karen?
I just learned that the
Her
other
name has to be Karen.
Yeah, just Karen, the house. Yeah, whatever the case may be. But we can calm her down. A guy, she sees a guy and maybe she could just gone into an argument with her husband. She's going to attack him just like she did her husband.
Right.
So would you guys prefer to hire a female contractor over a male contractor?
If they were this,
yeah.
If they're
Absolutely.
equal, if they're equal.
Oh, interesting question.
equal good reviews, equal great work.
Good referrals, equal good work, equal good pictures. You went to go look at the work, equal. The only difference
Absolutely.
is
I hate
would.
to say it, but I probably would go with the woman.
Yeah.
you would. huh?
Absolutely. I
I
would.
don't know. I think I would go with the man still.
Why would you
Really?
go with the man over the woman? They're both equal.
They're both equal.
I just think that women in this industry, just like in the industry that I'm in, it's run by men. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give her a bone. And you know what? You do the work.
True. That's true.
I would like to give people a chance. And if I could, if there's a woman contractor out there that says, listen, I do home renovations, okay, bring it on.
I agree.
Because she's going to bring a different perspective than what we're used to.
I think it would be great if there was a team where if they were coming in for a quote, I think it would be like for Manny, if you were to bring in an
Like a
assistant,
subcontract.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
That's
a
a female.
female. That gives different dynamics to the people hiring them.
Absolutely.
And we're like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's also something they should be thinking about.
Yeah.
Back to what you said.
So I have
before.
had guys bring up that issue about the time of the month,
Yeah.
and it's going to reflect on how they're going to be on the job site.
It's so
Time
funny
of
how men can know so much about our periods.
Like, really? Like,
No,
PMSing?
some guys have said that. They'll said that I don't want a woman on site because of this issue. And I'm like, what issue are you talking about?
Because she's
man?
being like a pig?
Well, no,
Like,
no,
Her
no, no.
like her personality will
Her
change?
personality,
Change her tampon?
so
Yeah.
her
Sorry,
her
but
moods,
her moods.
or something's gonna happen, and all of a sudden her
She's
mood's
gonna blow up.
That's
Maybe. I don't know.
bullshit.
This is what guys
Maybe
have said.
even their 20s, but in your 30s and 40s,
You
really, I
deal.
think we have that shit under control. Pop a fucking Advil and off you go. You know what? Don't fucking talk to me. I'm in a bad mood today. Just like your brunt, Joe and him and Tony are getting into a fight. Tony's in a fucking bad mood because his wife didn't blow him the night
Not
before.
everybody in construction is named Joe or Tony.
Okay, whatever the case may be. But you know what?
There's a
It's like the
many.
same concept for a guy. The guy could have woken up because his wife
That's
was a
what
total
I've said.
bitch,
I've
right?
said that you could still have a
Exactly.
male
That's it.
PMS,
It doesn't
right?
matter.
Exact man BMS. Who cares? So yeah, whatever.
Should do a segment on that male
Yeah.
PMS.
So hang on a sec. Would you still hire the guy or the girl?
No, now I'm convinced to hire the girl.
So all three of you guys would hire the woman over the man.
I think I
Absolutely.
would.
Yeah,
I think I would.
I would. Absolutely. And because I'm a single woman, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Bring it on.
Oh my god.
But do you guys think like subconsciously you kind of send out that signal? So when a man does, do you get defensive?
What?
Okay, so you meet a contractor come in to give you a quote. Are you defensive first or is he arrogant first? Like what's the balance here?
No, I'm definitely not defensive. I'm trying to hi.
I'm
how
trying to
are
get the best-
you?
I'm trying to get the best
I'm
out of
trying
him,
to
the
get
best price,
Yeah, I'm trying to
the
get the
best
best
explanation,
price. If I
yeah.
have to bat my eyes and wear a low cut top and just for him to give me a better price.
we just went back.
No, we just went backwards.
I know we did.
I know, but you can't do
I know
that.
we
That's
can't do it,
not
but I'm
right.
just joking. I would not do that. It's a joke, guys. Whoever's listening, it's a joke. But no, for me, it's about building a relationship. So I would, you know what? I want to be treated the way I would treat you. That's how I am. You know, welcome, come on. Here's my house. Here's my
Okay,
bathroom.
so would you guys rather be pulled over by a female cop or a male cop?
Male. Absolutely.
So that just proved my point. Is what I'm
I
saying.
wouldn't want to get pulled over at all because I don't have a license, so that would be bad news for me.
Yeah, I'm still debating the male hiring a male or a female, and it goes back to maybe the old fashioned that a guy is in construction for a longer period of time and knows
So that
a
means
little
he's
bit more.
better? Not
I don't
necessarily
know.
true.
Not necessarily true, but I would have to really
I'll
think
listen
about
to
it.
a good idea on your first day or your last day. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
A good
I
idea
think
is
I
still a
would
good
have
idea.
to really think about it. And again, because I have someone to bounce off ideas with my husband, then I would get his input as well. But I would really think about it. It wouldn't be because she's a female, I'm going to hire her.
No, not at all. I just find that I'd be able probably to relate to her a little bit better. She'd be, again, that dynamic on how she would approach things. She'd be the one that explains things a little bit more better than maybe a male would.
I totally agree with you on that. She would.
I think she would be a little bit more empathetic if something happened. I think
Yes.
she'd be a little bit more understanding. Like, I think just her personality as a woman, that would be the reason why I would probably, she's just a little bit easier to deal with than I call Bruno the contractor.
Or we wouldn't be afraid to ask a question.
Absolutely. You wouldn't.
You're still afraid to ask questions?
I know I am, and I would be less afraid to ask a woman, but she would also know what I want. She would understand that my vanity should be this high because I'm this short and maybe I need to reach only this high to get this, or I'd want a towel rack here, I'd want this part for my makeup. Like, I think that she might understand that. 'cause
But
she
But that
has
goes back
those
to a
things.
good contractor is already thinking that.
But maybe as a woman, like, we just think differently.
Oh, you do?
We just think differently. Like, maybe she will know, like, maybe Tanya, don't put that there because you wouldn't probably put your shampoo, like, just little things like that. Maybe a woman
Yeah,
might
your
understand.
hair dryer, your tampons, Trisha, when you're sitting on the toilet, do you really want to walk across the room and have to get a tampon? No, you want your tampons right beside the toilet, right?
Like, maybe
Men don't get-
so what he's
I
trying
don't
to say
know
is
many if you would necessarily say that to your client.
he's
would
been
you?
doing
course.
it long enough that maybe maybe
Maybe
he would
you.
understand it, but I feel like a woman might get it. Just not having as much experience with contractors,
Yeah.
I would feel like a woman would get what I want.
If you have an opportunity to put a makeup vanity, are you putting it in a seated position or a standing position?
I stand.
I stand.
Majority of women I know stand.
Yeah, I stand. I would just want that little cubby hole a little bit, like it's almost like cut out a bit, so I can walk up to the mirror,
Oh,
so I
'cause
can
they're
actually.
closer.
Well, that's where
yeah.
you got to put a magnifying mirror
Yeah,
right there, right?
But other than that, no, standing. I don't know of anybody who sits down and puts her.
They do it in the movies.
Yes,
And in the
absolutely.
magazines.
Yeah, but
Man,
no.
he understands us. He understands us.
Hire men.
Yeah, but I don't have any vagina coupons. okay?
He's so going out to get vagina coupons.
I'm going to make a booklet.
No,
You
someone
get
needs
one,
to make
you
a
get
booklet
one,
for
you
you.
get one.
Like Oprah.
You get one. You get one. Everybody gets a vagina
Everybody
coupon.
gets a vagina coupon.
I want to touch upon one last subject before we get into our last little segment, which we always have fun with. Rental TV shows.
I'm not interested.
No,
I'm neither.
no, I don't watch.
It's all
them.
BS. I know it is.
Yeah,
I
don't
even I
watch
know it
them.
is. I had a friend
No.
who did something with
I don't have time.
someone who named rhymes with
I don't care
Spike
about,
Molms, and it was
them
all BS.
pulling
Spike,
a,
Spike Molms, and it was all
pulling
BS.
a curtain open and like really, come on, like I don't
Really?
have time. I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I do. I
I
think
don't
it's all
watch it.
staged.
Can you guys
too.
just say that I did not preempt any of that conversation?
You
just
did not.
shared?
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Not
I
at all.
didn't pay nothing. I didn't
No.
give. I didn't give a penis coupon. All right?
No.
Nothing at all.
Not at all.
Oh, penis coupons. That's not good.
No, just giving out coupons today.
So you really don't believe the shows?
No.
I don't watch them.
I don't watch them either. And when I
improvement
have
shows?
come across them, I've always thought that it was already like staged, like even what they're going to say and their reactions and what
Really?
things cost. Yeah, it doesn't.
Really?
And I always think that it's done very much in the fly and they have to go back and actually fix everything because it's all done shitty.
So I had
Sorry.
somebody who was on the Brian Balmer.
He's my buddy.
Oh,
is he?
Brian, we
Okay,
like Brian.
So they
He's an
did his.
asshole.
Okay,
Okay,
so
he's an asshole. Yeah, Brian.
he did the house around the corner, and so what they did was they'll say in the application you're going to have to put a minimum of 50,000 towards this if you want
Yeah.
to be on the show, blah blah blah. But a lot of the stuff was given away, so there's a lot of hidden things that you wouldn't know. Like there was like the fireplace was
Free.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes you don't get to choose on what you get.
Exactly. So I was just after I heard that, and then you know what? It's just
And you have to be in a holding pattern for like a year or two.
Yeah.
They decide when they're going to come and do the rental.
It's just, yeah.
And none of the pretty boys that do the work on TV do the work on
Of course
TV.
not.
So we can't give out those
We're not
vagina
get-
coupons.
No,
Oh,
exactly.
you won't get any vagina, nothing.
No.
And we know someone who works in these kind of shows, right?
Yeah, we do.
We do. And we know that they
Who's that?
produce. I'm not telling you.
Why
I'll
not?
tell you off
Tell me
camera.
off mic.
Yeah.
No, wait. I'll tell you off mic. But like we know that these shows are produced,
Yeah.
completely produced.
Yeah, no. I
So
don't
yeah,
watch it.
no, we get it.
I think I'd rather watch the ones that are unrealistic, like the ones where like they're mansions and stuff, because I know I'll never attain to that. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like those are at least it's entertainment. It's not
Like the
really
Robin Leach kind of
real.
thing?
Yeah, like something. If you're gonna watch those kind of reality shows,
Well, I would rather
something
watch
that's
the Flip
unattain-
It. You know what? The Flip It shows.
But the flip is full of shit too.
Yeah. I think so, too.
but the thing is with me is you see the crap. That would probably be the only show that I would watch. But I
I've never
wouldn't
heard of it,
watch
but-
Mike. What's his name?
Molmes, Pike Molmes.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't watch him. I wouldn't watch Brian. I wouldn't watch.
Vidal Sassoon boy?
No, I wouldn't. No.
Who's that guy?
Scott McIlvery.
Oh, the two
Oh,
brothers.
yeah, no.
Yeah, the two
no.
brothers that are a few chromosomes short of doing. Yeah, I've never.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no.
don't watch
Scott
him.
has the Italian teacher wife, and then they have that perfect good house.
That's an
apparently,
ugly house.
Why
in
don't
King
you?
City, or
It's an ugly house. I'm sorry.
I'd rather have someone. It would be more.
you know what I
real,
wanted?
a
You know
real
what?
one.
Exactly. I want someone to say,
co-
okay, so today I'm going to do a bathroom renovation, and this is what it's all about. Like, okay, so let's start. Like something that's real.
Real,
I want
yeah.
to see
Because
all the
everybody's
dirt, all
on
the
mute.
crap. I want to see the
Yeah.
crap.
But that's not what the majority of women out there. They just want to get to the finish line.
That's good TV though.
They
But
want to
that's
see the
not-
final product.
That's not reflective. Now I know what
They
a
want to
real
see 2
reno
seconds
is.
of smashing the old stuff because they get rid of it, and then they want to see the final.
It's like
Aw, maybe we're the,
Like a
maybe
big
we're the
happy
wrong
smile.
Maybe we're.
Because I wouldn't want to see
I
that.
wouldn't sit there and
I
watch.
want to watch them demo.
$1 million listings. There we go. Like that's what we would watch. Not to say that we're pretentious, not at all, but it's just yeah. I,
I
wouldn't-
watch real reality TV like
Yeah.
The Bachelor. That's real.
Oh God!
If I want to be realistic, I'll watch The Bachelor.
I thought you were going to say 90 Day Fiance.
Oh no, I don't watch that.
No.
I've got class.
No, I think yeah. No, I don't. I couldn't.
I'm a Bachelor girl.
So there's no love for the shows.
No, I'd rather
No,
just
no,
probably
sorry.
look up at a magazine or something and just probably look at ideas that way.
Oh, the
and-
Housewives series.
yeah, there you go. Housewives is real shit, man.
That shit is real.
Housewives of Jersey.
So no to the home improvement shows. I'd rather sit on a
Us
nail.
three
okay?
girls are probably yeah.
That's a
No,
little surprising.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not into it.
nah,
No.
Neither.
I'm not
I'm into
sitting
it at all.
there. And nobody's watching those shows anymore.
But they
Everyone's-
do.
But no,
Oh,
but
I
you
think-
do. But you're
I think-
thinking.
There's lots of people still watching that
I
crap.
think so,
I'm
too.
thinking
Especially
Netflix.
now.
I'm talking about series. That's where I think the
But they
popu-
have those shows on Netflix too. They have like certain things that you can watch for home improvement, or what's that one with that lady that
Fucking
reorganizes
organizes everything?
your whole life
Oh
to
my
yeah.
God! You
Or-
say bye to something and kiss it and talk to it. Go fuck yourself.
That's
That's so stupid.
Give it
No,
to
I don't
Goodwill
watch
and be
that
gone
either.
with it.
the hoarding.
You served me well. Now get the fuck out of my house.
Okay, is there something that you guys want in a reno, but you just know that you can't have it? It's just super luxurious or sexual to some people.
I want a room.
A what?
You know,
A sex room.
I want a room.
You want a sex
I
room?
proposed it
sex
to a
room?
client
I
one
want
time.
a room. Have you built one?
No, I wanted to build one.
Oh damn!
I want a room.
Soundproof and everything.
Oh, let the neighbors hear. They're loud as fuck too.
I'm like, look at my facial. I'm like, really? You want the sex room?
I would do a sex room. Yeah,
Never lost for words, but at this moment, she's
I'm lost for words.
I want a room.
Yeah,
Well,
that'd
she's
be
got a
good.
pole in her bedroom, so she doesn't need the
She
room.
did tell me that before, and we're
Listen.
and we're friends.
I'm single.
So you guys, that's all three of you guys want a sex room?
No,
I want-
not at
Oh,
all.
I want-
sorry.
I
What do
told
you
the married one.
What do
want
you
a room.
want? What do you want?
in my?
No, what reno or what detail do you want that you have that you know you can't get? It's just I don't know, too expensive or something.
Mine's would
Glass
be,
bottom pool. I don't know.
Oh, mine's would be a master bedroom in our bedroom because I don't have that. We live in a bungalow, so that one bathroom that we had to renovate, the whole family
Uses that bathroom.
Uses that.
So you want an
bathroom.
ensuite.
So I would want an ensuite. That's 100% for
So
sure.
what's in the ensuite? A freestanding
Sex
cast iron. A
A
what?
soundproof room.
I love. You know what? Knowing that where I live right now, I know I can't have a huge bathtub, and I love to sit in the bath.
Just get rid of one room.
Well, I only have 2 bedrooms.
Get rid of one room.
Yeah. Imagine having like one room with just with a a bathtub, but yeah, I don't know. Just
No,
heated
mine's would be-
floors, nice to have. Like there's things that are nice to have on the list, and then when you really are putting a budget together, maybe it's like, hey,
Well, yeah, there.
you
That's
know
back
what?
to his point.
Exactly.
Right?
Heated floors, $2,000.
There you go, 2,000.
But it's heated floors.
I get it,
Yeah.
but
No, mine would be an ensuite for sure. That would be my only right now.
And yours, Tanya, is still a
I'm
sex room?
sorry. I'm so embarrassed because theirs are so practical and cool. And I'm just like, give me a sex dungeon.
I would be in it. It's like
I am so
rubber
shocked.
walls.
Time to go home.
Sheldon, it's time
That's
to
all
put
right.
out. I think you need to submit some of those coupons tonight. I see someone's a little bit, gray. What's that gray? Michael Gray.
No.
Michael.
Oh, Christian.
That's it.
Christian Grey.
Christian Grey.
Yeah.
All right, one last segment. We got these
being
things
honest.
called the 12 questions of construction.
Okay.
So it's going to take a little while because there's
Let's get-
3 of you guys. Trisha, over. What is your favorite construction word?
Favorite construction word? Hammering.
Oh, we're going there, are we?
We can go wherever you
Okay,
want to go.
let's do
Maya,
it.
Mine's is gonna be demolition.
Mutter. That's a great word. Mutter.
what is your least favorite construction word?
Dust.
Yours? Who said that?
I said it.
Okay.
Dust.
I just hate the word scaffolding.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not really a
It's
nice
just
word.
it just sounds terrible, like something like a torture.
Like a scab
I
or
got
something.
scaffolded to death.
Oh, mine's is delay.
Oh, that's a good one.
What turns you on in construction? I think you guys answered that
yeah.
earlier on.
Let's see.
Yeah,
A
let's see.
plaid shirt open, couple buttons open,
Plaid shirt?
Some
Really?
oil on the
I tried to wear a
chest.
plaid shirt.
little oil,
Some oil on the chest.
construction
A
belt.
goatee.
Maybe a
Oh, fucking. Okay, let's stop.
Hang on. What turns you on in construction? Not who turns you on in construction. What?
rephrase that
It's an
question?
object or something. It's
Oh, what
not a
turns
person.
me? Oh, sorry.
The question is what, not who.
turns me on. Is,
Oh, sorry.
oh, I'm all.
Oh my God, it's getting hot in here.
She's all flustered.
I don't. What turn? So what's the question again? Sorry.
What turns you on in construction?
Oh, you know what? Can I just say in general, I just like a guy who knows what the fuck he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maya?
Like that's for me. That could be something dirty, but no.
Get a mop and a bucket?
What turns me on? I think similar to Trisha, it's just someone like a man that's going to come in and
man's
take
man.
take care of something. That is my nice answer, and my bad answer is jackhammer.
My bad answer is hammering.
There we go.
There we go.
That's what turns. Okay, what turns you off in construction?
Turns me off in construction.
Smelly men.
That was-
Appearance.
Appearance?
No, it's just that's hard. What turns me off? Because I'm not in construction, so I wouldn't really.
Yeah, but you see it if you drive by it or if you walk to it.
Oh yeah, okay. You know what? The cat calling. Like really? Come on, are we
That
still
still
doing
goes
that?
on?
That still
Yeah, it
goes
does.
on.
That still goes on,
That
really?
still
Go
goes on.
on.
Like really? I know I'm a good-looking chick, dude. You don't need to whistle. How about if I fucking whistle back at you? What if I say to you,
Then
drop
whistle
down the
back.
pants so I can see the package there, buddy?
Show
if
me your
I said that,
tits.
imagine if I said that.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna walk to. Oh, here you go.
Yeah, like it's just
Keep
"Woo,
jackhammering."
You're fucking hot. I know I'm hot. Let me see the package before you fucking open your mouth any further. Okay, go on. Okay,
Here's a coupon.
here's a
Think this is hot? I have a pole.
Did you guys answer that last one?
I don't even know. Like, just go to the next
No,
one.
Maya, what is it?
What did I say?
What turns you off?
You
in
said the
construction?
smell.
Oh, the
I think
smell.
it's the smell.
Sorry,
The
the smell.
I know
Okay.
all good things take time, but I would say just the amount of time it takes.
Time.
You just want your house to go back to normal. Time.
What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck. Fuck. Motherfuck.
What is your favorite vehicle? Car, bike, whatever, plane?
I like my BMW.
Mercedes.
I don't drive. My Uber driver.
A good-looking Uber driver with coupons.
What is your least favorite vehicle?
Toyota.
Anything Toyota?
Yeah.
Wow,
I like
the whole company.
The whole fucking company.
Don't
Kia.
The whole company.
Whole company. Fuck them.
I would say just I'd say just any car that doesn't like is not being taken care of. I think there's beauty in every car if it's well taken
Oh
care
my
of.
God, that's
the
such
one who doesn't
bullshit.
drive.
I don't drive.
There's beauty in everything.
I don't
That's
drive.
fucking full of shit.
You know what I hate? I hate those sprinters, the rape vans, the ones that look like they're good. You can't like pull up beside them.
I
'cause they
drive
can
a Sprinter.
Oh, see, exactly. It's just the rape. You know, the ones with
If
no
it's all
windows.
white and it's kind of shady looking, like it has a couch or puppies in it, yeah, I agree with you.
Those kind of vehicles
Those
freak me
ones.
out. Never park beside one of those. Never at night.
What construction sound or noise do you love?
Oh,
Grunting.
Grunting.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Grunting. I don't even think this podcast advanced this.
No, I don't think we've gone anywhere. But you did learn what a vagina coupon is, so I think we're all square.
No, I think in all seriousness, it's probably the hammering, because then I know things
You're
are
still in the
getting
hammering. I think 3 of your replies have been hammering.
I'm sorry, this is a good sound that you like?
This is
Yeah,
your
good sound.
construction sound or noise you love.
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
we're
like,
done. We're done.
we're done.
We're done.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the job is done.
Yeah, we're done.
Or no, then it would be the best one would be, oh, we went under budget.
We're done and it's under budget. Let me refund you. No, I'm joking.
What construction sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, I hate, you know what? I hate drilling. When you
Any kind of drilling?
Yeah, I hate drilling.
Concrete drilling?
Yeah, it's
That's
just
loud.
that.
Metal drilling?
It's like I hate it.
Maya?
What's
Hammering. Let's just move on.
go to the next one?
No, she said she can't love and hate hammering.
No.
I'd say I'd say that like just the constant bang,
Yeah.
bang, bang. I think that's quite annoying. Yeah.
I think you guys are probably, if you're living next door, the compressor replenishing itself every time.
Oh, that noise, because you think it's
It just keeps on replenishing itself. You're like, what the hell is that?
no, and you think it ends and then it starts again.
Again
You're like,
and
oh,
again,
fuck.
again. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Oh,
Question.
that's a fabulous question. I would probably.
Sex dungeon designer? Vagina coupon
I
printer?
would do demolition.
Demolition.
So I saw. Look at the expression on your face. Demolition. I like to
I believe
tear
that.
things down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're good at. I think you'd
Yeah,
be very good at
I've
that.
done it. But yeah, demolition company.
There's an art to it.
Okay, mine's gonna be like, considering I like the word hammering, mine is gonna be baking, a baker.
Oh, that's nice.
I know, I'm so innocent.
You don't bake for me. Oh, me. I want to be like a love therapist. I give really good advice.
You do.
I do. I do.
What profession would you not like to do?
I would not want to be a gynecologist.
Oh.
No, I'm not looking at pussies all day.
No,
He's like,
wants to
edit?
be it.
Nope. Keeping that. We've had far worse expressed. What would you not like to do?
Honestly, I appreciate them, but I do not want to be a server. I don't like people that much to care if they like this.
That's a
on the
hard,
burger.
thankless job.
I really appreciate them, but I wouldn't want to do it.
I wouldn't want to be because my older sister is a flight attendant.
Right.
That's like in that serving
Yeah,
industry.
you're right.
And I'm a very nice person. But I would
No,
tell
I
people to
put up
go
with
fuck
bullshit.
themselves all day.
Nah, I couldn't look at pussies.
And the last question, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Oh, you think you're fucking getting in, Trisha, don't you? You're not. Go back down, my friend. Go back down.
Oh, me.
I'm laughing. It's so true.
He'd probably tell me something like, "You've lasted this long."
Yeah,
Finally.
yeah. You're not
I'm hoping
getting
he
in.
says finally. Yeah.
You're not getting in, Trish. Go back down.
God would say, Maya, welcome. The party's waiting for you.
Yep.
Of course.
The queen has arrived. That's it.
I think we learned a few things today.
We did.
Any other things that we may have missed you guys want to bring up? Touched upon a lot.
Yeah,
we did touch upon a
Learned
lot.
some new terminology.
We did. We all grew.
Are you guys a little better prepared now to deal with men and a tool belt?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I do think so. I think
You realize that most contractors don't wear tool belts these days, huh?
You know that I actually dated a guy who's an electrician, and he came to put a picture up, and I said, "Can you put a tool belt up for me?" And I was watching him, and I was like, damn. Yeah. I just.
You go from ugly to hot.
I went. Just put that tool belt on, baby.
Yeah, that's your advice to all your listeners.
So when they
out
come to
there.
quote the job, they should be wearing a tool belt.
I guarantee you.
And you'll
every
pay whatever they're gonna
person-
charge?
Imagine. Oh my God. I know every guy who's like, oh, I'm here to do a door, but why are you wearing a tool belt? Just in case I need my measure. Your friend Joe.
For all my condoms.
He wears a tool belt. I know he wears one.
That's so funny. No, we did learn a lot, though.
Yeah,
We learned.
absolutely.
Hopefully the contractors listening know that women don't want to be talked down to.
Never.
Or
And you shouldn't. Man,
exactly.
woman, minority, whatever. It shouldn't. Just treat everybody the same.
Yeah,
man.
because you know what? I think women are the ones that make the decisions. They are the ones that
I know
all-
it's a fact.
Yeah.
It's just
We're
how
the
it
ones that make the
works.
decisions. We're the ones that say to our husbands or spouses, oh, we need to renovate this kitchen. So figure it out. So we're the ones, we're the buying.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why you're the single one.
Yeah, probably. I said that to my ex-husband. Obviously, I still have the damn kitchen still and not the husband.
Exactly.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's a great thing.
Thanks, guys, so much for
Thank
being on the
you.
show
Thanks,
and being
Manny.
so open and honest.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Manny.
Thank you.
Fun.
I wonder what I'm going to talk about next week.
Just have us back.
No, I might need a little break, and we'll see what happens after the rental's finished, and see after Joe comes by and takes care of your door,
Yeah.
your door to your house.
We'll take pictures.
with a tool belt now.
With my tool belt.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Oh, sorry, and we were actually talking to Maya at Shop JTG
Yes.
and Trisha at Trisha
San one.
San One with number 1.
Yeah.
SAN, and Tanya at Tanya KUSU.
Tanya Kusu.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Manny.
you,
See ya.
Manny.
Bye.
Bye, boys.
Fun.
Was there another song out of here? No.